At long last, Barack Obama Jr. has released his long-form birth certificate on April 27, 2011. And alas, the released birth certificate clearly proves that he is not a natural-born citizen. So why has there been virtually no call from Congress to begin immediate hearings on this matter? And why are so many news fakers acting as if all Obama needed to substantiate that he was a natural-born citizen was to prove that he was born in the United States? The United States Constitution at the time of Obama's birth still required a president to be natural-born, that is, having a father who was a U.S. citizen at the time of his birth. Clearly, Obama's father was a Kenyan citizen, as irrefutably shown on the very document that Obama released. And Kenya, at the time of Obama's birth, was under British control. Still not convinced? Let's take a refresher course in U.S. history. Our founding fathers did not want any president to have mixed governmental loyalties, so they required that both parents of a president be United States citizens in order to qualify their son or daughter to be natural-born U.S. citizens. Period. Simple. It's not complicated. Let's follow the timeline. Verification abounds that George Washington, John Jay, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Samuel Adams, and other founding fathers deferred to Vattel's Law of the Nations when defining constitutional issues. One of Vattel's definitions that they included in the U.S. Constitution was Vattel's wording, natural-born citizen. And so how did Vattel define a natural-born citizen? Look at the words yourself. The natives, or natural-born citizens, are those born in the country of parents who are citizens. In America's very first Congress, that Congress passed the Congressional Naturalization Act of 1790. That act distinctly and directly re-emphasized that a natural-born citizen was defined as the offspring of parents who were both citizens of that country. Now let's bring it into the present. The United States Senate in 2008 passed Senate Resolution 511 as they were attempting to determine John McCain's citizenship status. It was called into question because John McCain was born on a U.S. military base in the Panama Canal Zone. A reading of Senate Resolution 511 clearly and irrefutably reveals that the 2008 U.S. Senate was attempting to find out two specific things in determining if John McCain met the constitutional natural-born citizen requirements. The two things were, number one, was he born on United States soil? The Senate resolved that a U.S. military base passed for that definition. And number two, they were attempting to determine, was he the offspring of parents who were both U.S. citizens at the time of his birth? They determined that he was, and so the Senate declared him to be natural-born and eligible to be the President of the United States. Do you know who co-sponsored that resolution, that definition of natural-born, and then signed his name to the resolution? None other than Barack Hussein Obama. So the Constitution declares that the President must be natural-born. Our Founding Fathers declared it. Our Founding Fathers defined natural-born as being born on American soil to American parents. Vattel defined it that way. Our Founding Fathers deferred to Vattel's definition. The 1790 Naturalization Act of Congress defined it that way regarding the parents. And Senate Resolution 511, with Barack Obama's signature, defined it that way. Now Barack Obama presents his birth certificate to America, and lo and behold, it reveals in writing that he was not born to both parents being American citizens. His father was a student from Kenya. He was not an American citizen, and his father never became an American citizen. So there you have it. Obama is not eligible to be U.S. President by his own words, by his own resolution, and Senate Resolution 511. Hearings need to be immediately held to avoid a constitutional crisis and to follow rule of law. The bottom line, it doesn't matter if Obama now was born in Hawaii. What does matter is that Obama Jr.'s dad, Obama Sr., was not a U.S. citizen, thus rendering his son's presidential aspirations patently illegal. Case closed. Obama has introduced himself as a key player in this controversy by going on national television and proffering a document declared to be his official birth document. The document he proffered proves that he is not eligible to hold the office of President of the United States. It is time for Congress and/or the Supreme Court to hold hearings and reach a legal decision in this constitutional crisis.